Modded. Right guys, welcome back. Episode 7 of Show Me the Modded Thing. As always, deadlines are on the 13th of the month, so I got a couple of days to do the movie and it goes up on the 15th. Right, at the end of this video there'll be a special announcement, but let's dive straight in with the first one from Vincent Downs, and he calls it the Golden Fleece. Little bit of manga there, as far as I'm concerned, with all that gold, or maybe he's gone all Goldfinger on us. He says it's made with a Soldier 76 Modulus EC10 Longshot and Magnus parts. It has an expanded battery door for a pusher on its own battery, which can use IMRs or LiPos. The stock has its own LiPo for the flywheels, and it can still hold a mag. He used 24 karat paint. I wonder how much that cost. And it's a full auto using an RS pusher, Valkyrie motors, all round 42mm Daybreak cages. Fair enough. I mean, it's very shiny. Really like the way he's integrated it all. It looks really, really good, especially the work he's done on the butt and the long shot stock, putting it all together. And even the upside down grip from the ECS 10 on the top of the buttstock. That's very cleverly done. Very nice work, mate. Very nice. Looking forward to the next one. Right, next up we have a couple of Rapid Strikes from Adam R. He says the first one was a Hyperfire Rapid Strike integration, and the paint job is based on the Gear Up series, which I'm assuming means black and white. It is a solenoid-driven pusher, Kraken motors, Cyclone wheels, and a Serenity cage on 3 S's. The next one is a Hyperfire Strife integration. This is a build that I did a while back, so I don't remember exactly what I had in the flywheel setup. But I do remember that it had a full auto kit. Well, there you go. So, limited information on that one. It looks like he's incorporated a Hyperfire rear body in it, obviously, which actually looks quite good. I mean, I'm a big fan of that adjustable butt stock on the Rapid Strike. It's about the best butt they make, I reckon. But it comes out as a complete unit, so you could use it anywhere else. And the way he's integrated the Hyperfire rear end, it looks fine. I mean, okay, different colours, it sort of stands out. If you painted that a uniform colour, like, realistic, like I do, you'd never notice. You'd be hard pressed at first glance to know what's going on there. But very nice. And the little black and white one, same thing. It's just with, what is it, a strife? Yeah. Pretty cool. That's a really nice integration. I like that. Really well done. I think the term is seamless. Next up we have a submission from Dr. Ishul. I don't believe he's a doctor. And he tells us this is a long strike with a worker internal kit, metal plunger tube, pusher, plunger head, catch, plastic dart gate, metal barrel. He's added a 12 kilogram retaliator spring, and he gets a velocity of about 160-170 FPS. He's added a small rubber band is located on the end strike barrel, giving it a much tighter fit so the barrel does not move. I'm assuming he's talking about the extension. And he's also done a shoulder stock removal mod. The pump is a 01 Tech pump slide for the Retaliator. It says it took quite a bit of sanding to make it work on a long strike, and the 2 aluminium bars cut the size and fixed with M4 nuts and screws with spacers to help it match the body shape of the long strike. A regulator airsoft pump grip attached to the pump slide, and he's left the aluminium unpainted because he wants to, and why not? He's quite a fan of the Long Strike, and so am I. I think it's one of their better looking blasters. It could even be better if it was, I don't know, a bullpup flywheel blaster. Who knows what might happen in the future. Very nice work, mate. Very nice. Looking forward to the next ones. Next up, something from the Aquatic, from Fish Knight 32. And he says this blaster has not earned a name, so for now I'm just calling it the Hammershot Pepperbox Revolver. I think you might have just created a name for it, Fish Knight. He said he drew inspiration from historical pepperbox firearms as well as from Percy Di Rollo of Vox Machina when making this blaster. It has blaster parts metal kit installed, and I also modded the cylinder so that it no longer needs the support arm to function. The handle is sculpted to remove the sling mount and the hand wrap. And there's a video link below on the whole process and you can have a look at it. But it's quite cute, very, what do they call it, Victorian, maybe, with all that fine detail on it. What would be another term? Steampunk? No, probably not. But yes, very nicely done. Orange tip for safety, very bright. Never found a hammer shot in all my huntings. Hope to one day. Supposed to be very good, very similar in layout and operation to the double strike, which, as you know, I've done an awful lot of work on. So yeah, looking forward to getting my hands on one of these. But this is really nicely done, and the wood paint job is really well done, very nicely done. I'd love to know how he did that. Add another skill to my toolbox. Well done, mate. Really, really nice. Very impressive. Next up, guys, is one from Trip Miller 52. He says this is an incredible piece of engineering done by Tinkershot at Spitfire Productions, named the Ranger Series Sniper. This bolt action blaster fires mega darts and does it well no matter what the dart type. I'm assuming he means brand. Using the lowest provided spring, the blaster is capable up to 150 FPS. And using the strongest spring, it has actually given me the overall mega dart Springer world record of 259 FPS. Called Guinness. Using AccuStrike or Whirlwind mega darts, it is so incredibly accurate. The specific build is actually the first better hardware kit, and I printed it and put it together myself. The main body is Fusion Filaments Deep Water Blue. The barrel is made of Hatchbox True Black PLA, and there are accents in Hatchbox True Orange and Silk Gold PLA. It features quick teardown to get to the plunger head and large spring, and has toolless inner spring cap and adjustable compression inner spring spaces. It features a sling point and a spot for you to screw in a sling point at the front under the barrel. And he's also got a video on how he put it together, and I'll put a link below. It's turning out to be a bit of a long shot episode, this one, isn't it? It looks pretty cool, very much like a, what do you call it, Arctic Warfare L96 that the British use. Love the muzzle, it's huge. Well done, mate. Really well done. Right, next up is another one from Jeremy Z. Kind of bright and colourful and very apt with the colours at the moment, considering the situation in Ukraine. This is a long shot with a Busby Berserker tank inside with an Exploders blaster barrel, as well as a 1732 brass barrel that can shoot short darts. It also has a barricade mounted to the front. I added a piece of dart peg to the switch of the barricade to turn it off easier, and I built this with the idea of an anti-tank blaster with the capability of flinging Mega XL darts. If the brass barrel is removed, it can also fire Mega darts as well. Impressive. Very, not a lot actually done to the body of the long shot, just stuff added all over the place. It definitely looks like a 3D printed stock to me, but I asked him, but he didn't get back to me in time for this. Nice muzzle done as well. Yeah, the colour scheme is pretty amazing. It reminds me of something off an old Doctor Who episode called The Candyman, I think it was. But yeah, very nice. Next up we got one from Aidan P, and this is a Bullpup Retaliator. Yay, I love bullpups. And he says it's made with the front part of Apollo and a Raider stock. Internal mods are very basic, with the locks being removed along with the air restrictor. The spring is the same, but he added a 3/4 inch spacer to increase the compression. Fires about 75 to 80 FPS. It's not too bad. By the looks of it, it was the rear pistol grip hasn't been removed. He's just run all the controls up to the front one. So pulling the front pistol, I assume, fires the blaster. He does apologise that it's his first integration and the epoxy putty is a bit messy. Not an issue, mate. It's quite a common thing. I'm actually going to do a video on handling epoxy putty soon. There's a few little tricks you can learn to make it a lot easier to work with. And what is it? The paint job is blue base coat with black and red brush paint for detailing. It's very nice, very straightforward, very simple. Yeah, and really the second pistol grip doesn't detract from it at all. Lovely little piece of work, love it. And last for today we have another one by John Thomas. He says, this is Tank Sinatra. Oh. A double-barreled machine gun with a rocket launcher master key. The build consists of 2 rewired Busby Cyclonics, each running off 2S LiPo and wired to a single trigger, as well as a Busby Blastzuka. Lots of blasters were sacrificed to the mod gods to make this unholy abomination. And John, I think Unholy Abomination is probably a better name. But really nicely done. The first shot here, you can see, you know, what everything's gone into it, and I can actually see a few blasters I've used. Pretty impressive. He does really nicely integrations. He takes his time, and his joins especially are brilliant. Just, you can't, once the thing's painted, you can't tell where one blaster starts and another one ends. It's amazing stuff. Really nicely done. I love the colour scheme, the strange little grey and green camouflage, really offset by the bright black and yellow stripes. They don't really go together, do they? But it looks so cool. Yeah, he's done some really nice weathering too, a lot better than I've ever done. Very impressed by that. And it's just an amazing concept, an amazing idea. It just gives me so many ideas and ways I want to go, but you don't want to just copy something somebody's done, so you have to take a concept and leap. And this last photo looks like a mock-up at some stage of the build where he had a tubular buttstock on it, which actually I quite like. I can see it possibly getting in the way of the lower end of the pistol grip, but a little bit of reworking could have fixed that. Maybe he just prefers it the other way. You probably use it with a single point sling. Yeah, it's really nice. Very impressive work, Ginger Snap. G'day guys, Andy Work here. Tell me, have you got one of these? If you have, and you haven't started work on it, start now. I'm going to have a special Show Me the Modded thing on the MA40 in the July episode. So, get modding. See ya.